Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with day 14 of Christy's 30 Days of Sketches and today's load prompt. This is the day 14 sketch. It's simple, and I'm gonna kind of shake it up a little bit, but generally keep to it a little bit more than I did yesterday's, for example. And the load prompt is about food and what is your special meal, your go-to special meal, signature meal, or something that your family uses for celebrating, or kind of your royal meal. And I'm going with a meal that John and I pretty much had for lunch every day that we were on the ship. Both cruises that we've taken with Oceania, one to the Greek Isles in 2012 and one to the South Pacific in 2015. And they weren't the same ship, but thankfully they had the same lunch menu options. This is a surf and turf sandwich. And that's ciabatta bread that's nicely toasted with some lettuce and tomato over here, remoulade and au jus, and some truffled French fries with Parmesan. And the exciting part were that's 3 nice slices of filet mignon and 2 slices of the juiciest, most wonderful grilled lobster tail. So we're talking a surf and turf, special. And as soon we loved it so much, as soon as we got back in 2012, I made it for the family. And ever since then, that's 8 years running now, every time there's a special celebratory meal, we have the traditional Thanksgiving and Christmas turkey and New Year's ham and so on and so forth. But this is what all the kids ask for as a special meal to celebrate whatever, or to celebrate nothing, just because it's Sunday. What do you guys want for a special meal? Everybody goes to this. So this reminds me, I haven't cooked it in a while, so I need to do that. And I'm working with Vicki Bouton's Storyteller collection. I think everything is going to be from there except this embellishment from Tim Holtz. And I've got a kind of a random piece of a tag there, and I've got a cut apart. I think that was an old Paige Evans collection that had these cut apart labels, and I've distressed those a little bit. So I'm going to put this aside and kind of show you where I sort of messed up on cutting this little top part here and what I'm going to do to fix it. This background paper is probably my favorite paper in the whole collection. I love both sides. These are the blue, different color blue protea flowers. I guess I should turn it that way. But the other side is kind of a doodled, lined paper in all of the colors that are in the collection. And it's just beautiful. So I'm going to use it, I think I'll use it vertically, and then run these. This green paper is the other side of the stripe that you'll see me using. It's this, and it's like a green herringbone tweed fabric. I mean, it really looks like if you touch it, it would be fabric. It's really beautiful. And then the stripe is the other side of that. I'm going to use both on there. And the polka dot that I'm using as the kind of the backdrop is the other side of this floral. And so I've used the part of the polka dot that, well, one part that was really beautiful. The thing about the polka dot is there's a lot of mixed media kind of look, kind of distressing going on here, and it's got layers and layers of some designs and some splooshes and so forth. So I'm sure that's a craft word. So let me get started. I'll just do the top. I'm going to no, I'm going to do this knowing that I'm going to run out of paper on both sides. And I'm going to go ahead and do, well, that, and then I'm going to put something up there. So I thought I had all 12 inches of this, but I had cut a strip for something else. Let me get that there. And this gives the look that we wanted. I'm going to add this little maroon strip, just because I have it and because it will add something, I think, to this, since I'm going to use a maroon or purplish flower up there to hide this dead end. Bringing in this color will kind of help make that look good. So then I'll just kind of snip this off. I might use my trimmer if it were bigger, but that works. Okay, so now I've got this rose that happens to be cut off there, so I can put it here. I'm gonna put some adhesive up here so it sticks to the straight part up there at the top, but then I'm going to put some foam down here so that it lifts up and gives it some dimension. Do that. And I've got some partial leaves here that I thought I might add in. If I do this, it kind of sticks up back there. It's kind of the right size, but not quite what I'm looking for. It might work down here. It's just a bit that I had that I didn't want to waste. And I like putting leaves down when I've propped something up on foam. I like sliding floral, like sliding leaves underneath to kind of add to that look of dimension. You can tell this one is up from the base, but not as far as that is. Okay, so now let's go with the main piece down here. I love this part, and so I'm really going to try to let that show as much as possible. Let's see, I don't have anything down below on there. No, this is pretty much it. Okay, that seems to work. I want to put this on some foam. It doesn't have to really cover the whole back. I'll do that, and then this gets some foam as well. I'm going to put that foam kind of off to this side. I'll put it there because it's not going to overlap that much. Okay, let's see where we want it to overlap. I'll have it overlap. Actually, I want this up above there, kind of overlapping. And then this one will stay down and go out this way. Is that right? I want that to show, and I may be getting a little bit picky there. I may just have to buy another sheet of that paper, right? I'm going to do that. And then I want to take this and kind of slide it in Okay, so that doesn't have to go so far. This might be tough. I can do it kind of like this. And I'm just seeing that this is crooked, but I'm going to be adding something there, so that possibly won't show. So I'm going to put this kind of right in there, and it's close to the base, so I can just glue it there. I want it to kind of stick up, but appear to still be under there. And I've got these two little guys. I can glue them at the angle I want, and then kind of slide them in there, because I want the 5401 to show, and don't ask me why. It has no significance whatsoever. So there, and then I have here some fork, spoon, and a knife, little metal embellishment. I tied some green twine, or it's actually embroidery thread, and I'm going to put that there and let it kind of, let's see, I want to be sure I don't get that. And it has done that. How on earth did it do that? Okay, let me undo this. I've got the fork has gotten inside one of the loops. So I'm just going to cut it off and get another piece. Sorry about that. I thought that was one of those laborious kinds of things, because you know I'm not great with tying bows. Then I'd save you the hassle of watching. So, not quite so lucky. Instead of the scallops that are in the original, I'm going to have layers of branding strip size pieces that will provide some horizontal interest, which is what that does. And then I'll place some of my fussy cut florals around, and then and my title, and we'll be done. And this is, the title is going to be Everyday Adventure, and it's kind of referencing the fact that I might do an everyday kind of meal that turns out to be an adventure, because it's this this meal that everyone loves so much. And I think I'm going to put the title over here next to the floral, because it kind of already draws your eye to there, and I'm going to let that dry while I go mess with the title up there. Okay, so here's where I get my scissors out that are not my fussy cutting scissors, and I will cut these plastic connector pieces off. And these are two separate words meant to be used as two separate words, and I'm just going to put them either side by side or one on top of the other. I may have gotten a piece in my keyboard, which is probably not a good thing, so I'll turn it upside down before I use it again. That would really jam the keys, wouldn't it? Especially since there's some adhesive on the back here. Okay. Let's do that. And I'm going to put, there is adhesive back there, but this is old. I bought it several years ago at my local scrapbook store. And the adhesive may not be top notch, and it is a rigid plastic piece. So there. That works for that. Okay, now I'm going to take this full branding strip piece and run it all the way across, kind of halfway underneath that journaling block. Let's get that all the way to the end there. And straight across the polka dots. Well, that's not... Okay, I'm going to call that done. This one I've put on foam, and I'm just going to kind of partially overlap this. And I rounded the edges on this because I rounded the corners on the photo of the journaling block and this background part. Okay, so I was thinking maybe I could slide that under there. We'll see if that works. I want to do this maybe. I think it might go better right there. Okay, that works. Every time I turn it over to put adhesive, I mourn the loss of that bit of that gold paper. That's so pretty. Okay, I have this bit of a leaf, which could maybe go under there. So I think I'll do that. Okay, that gives it some dimension. I'm gonna go with that, and I'll let it kind of there. I'll let the leaf kind of barely break that line. To me, design is all about breaking lines and adding dimension. So here's a bit of foam to kind of prop that leaf up, and these others are okay, I think, the way they are. Now I have this blue leaf that could go maybe here. I think it would go best under something like that, but I'm not going to use it. So I'm done with big pieces. Let's go to some of the smaller pieces here. I've got this is from the sticker sheet from Storyteller, and I really like this one that says the best, and I had thought I might put it right there, and I want to give it some foam on the side that's not going to be propped up by the photo, and I want to stick a little foam. Here's where I'm regretting that I made the foam pad underneath there quite so small, so I'm going to just stick that under there just to provide a prop for this. So it's all about this. And this introduces the aqua color that's over here. It doesn't introduce it, it actually continues it, gives you a little bit of that there. So let me put it there and turn it the right way. that probably would have been good enough for a title, but actually I've got a smaller, this is a sticker sheet from her last collection. I'm losing the name. The travel collection. And it has a Let's Eat on here. So I thought that would be cute. And that's kind of another reference to that aqua blue color. And it's right over here by the utensils. And I've got this Life is Lovely, which I thought I could put, let's put it down here on this guy. That's kind of a pretty pink on the maroon and wine colors. So that seems to go with that. There was another one I thought I liked. The All Good. But you know, I think I don't need it. This is me, Miss Over Embellisher. But when you have really fantastically, incredibly beautiful embellishments, I break this rule as often as I quote it, but you kind of diminish them a little bit in when you overdo them. So this isn't an overdoing kind of page. Whoops. Okay, my silverware stuff. Let me press that down with my handy popsicle stick and get it, make sure that's made, that connection is made. Okay, there we go. I'm done. So thank you for watching. I have somewhat honored the sketch in that I have this stuff up here as a base for my title, and then I have this cluster down here with horizontal pieces and some flourishes in a couple corners. I've added that kind of, but let's say that's standing in for these tags. So I'm happy with it, and I absolutely love the Storyteller collection. So thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for 30 days of sketches and the load prompt, and as well, it's challenge accepted. So tomorrow we'll be doing the 30 days of sketches sketch for Thursday, and I'm going to do the sketch two ways, two different ways. And it's going to be difficult because it's not a sketch that's easily turned on its side, I don't think, in my humble opinion. So hope you like this one. I love it. So thanks for watching. Bye.